All right, so everybody, I think you all know why we're here. We just got done, I mean, obviously you can't tell we're not happy about this. We just got done having 72 recall campaigns. That is 6 dozen times we had to call somebody and say, your car is unsafe to drive. Something's going to happen with it. Your seat isn't bolted down. Your headlight switch might light on fire. We're General Motors. We are the 3rd biggest car company in the entire world. We're right behind Volkswagen and Toyota. We can't be having this happen. We were just charged $35 million by the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. 23 people are dead from one of the recalls that we had. Why? What is beyond me is that people still buy GM vehicles. But we have something there that other companies don't. And that's the credibility that we are GM. We've been there since the beginning with Ford and Dodge. We're still the biggest car company in America. But that's not going to hold on for that much longer. All these issues, there's 72 different recalls, has cost us $4 billion. But that's more money than anybody will ever see in their entire life. And we need to rebuild trust within this company, within this country, within the world. But what can we do? Well, first off, we need to rebuild trust. That is the #1 thing that we need to start with. And we've already fixed the cars for free. We've already admitted our guilt, changed CEOs, changed hands with all sorts of other stuff, clean house for all the people that needed to be gone. So we need to do something else. Graham, we need you to start a committee. We need to increase quality control. We need to figure out whether it's poor workmanship or if it's just shoddy materials that we're putting into these cars that aren't working right. And I've done my research throughout it. The average line worker for our company makes between $22 and $37 an hour. That's $46,000 a year up to $77,000 a year with no college degree. So these people, obviously, they're getting compensated well enough. See, maybe you want to go work back on the line? Maybe this is issues like this is why we're having these problems with our cars. So anyways, obviously workmanship, they're being compensated well enough. They're happy enough to be on the line. They're getting paid all this money to sit there and put parts into a vehicle. So that's not, morale within the workers is not the issue. So it's got to be down to our quality control standards and where we're getting our materials from. And I think we need to offer tours of our assembly plants to show people that they can trust us. It's like when you go to a restaurant and they have seats in the kitchen, that kitchen knows that, hey, we're clean, come sit, watch us cook, trust us. We're making good food in a nice white stainless steel. See, Cliff, you came from that kind of background. You know what I mean, right?
Indeed.
Restaurants that don't show their kitchen to you, you probably don't want to see their kitchen. So we're going to show people where we're making their vehicles. Ford and their Dearborn plant for the F-150 trucks, you can walk through there, up along glass walkways. You can see them putting the rivets in it, bringing in windshields, painting the trucks, doing everything from start to beginning. We don't have that right now. So people really have no idea how their vehicles are being made. And they're trusting us to sit in that car, for 10, 12, 15, 30,000 miles a year and not have something just start up every time you do it. And I think by offering the tours, it'd be a great way to build that kind of trust. And second, we need to change opinions about our company. People have died because of mistakes that we've made. So obviously there's opinions that are terrible because of that. And there's also other negative connotations that people have had with Chevy in the past, like people have called the Corvette the plastic fantastic, or because maybe our interior quality may not have been up to par. Or there's the Cavalier, which some people go, no thanks, I'll walk. I'm not riding in a Cavalier. And we're not that Chevy today. We are Chevrolet, General Motors, Buick, Cadillac. We have some of the highest end cars that you can buy today that compete with Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. And we have to keep telling people this is what we are and this is what we're striving for, this kind of excellence and quality that you can't get anywhere else but GM. Why would you want to buy an unsafe or a chintzy product when Ford or Chrysler, even Toyota, can offer something that may be better or even lower priced in some markets? I think that lowering the price on vehicles, that's not going to change their opinions. That's just going to make it worse for us, because lowering the price makes it look like we're less than them, which we're not. We own Cadillac, which that name still has that resonance, like, oh, he drives a Cadillac, he knows what he's doing, he's done well in life. You know, so there's other things that I think we can do. One of the ways, you know, what we've started implementing is having little gimmicky things in cars that are just very low cost for us to put in, but it keeps, you know, the person, it keeps them occupied when they're driving. It makes them love their car, like in-car Wi-Fi or a good sound system or something like that, like automatic headlights. Just little things like that, you know, makes somebody go, oh, I'm going to buy a new Chevy Impala instead of a Ford Fusion because this car has Wi-Fi in it. And that will get people into our vehicles. Alexis, do you think you could head that committee for trying to drum up ideas?
I think I can manage that.
All right, perfect. I think also another good way to change opinions about the endurance and reliability of Chevys, which has been put to the test, is sponsor off-road or endurance racing events. Ford, they entered in one of their EcoBoost trucks into the Baja 1000 before it was even a vehicle that you could buy. They tested this motor to go drive 1,000 miles or however many miles it is through Baja, California down to Mexico for this off-road race. And the truck finished in 38 hours and 20-something minutes to prove that this engine could take the beating of an off-road race. And we don't do anything like that. We've got, you know, the NASCAR teams and the Corvettes race at Le Mans, but, you know, nothing that Americans typically watch or can see. You know, these vehicles can drive for this long without a headlight switch lighting on fire, like some other people's cars have done. So we need to do things like this, sponsor events, maybe photo challenges, cross-country road trips, usually things that show endurance, that this vehicle will drive from one place to another and start up every time, will get you there safely, that airbags will deploy, everything will be perfect. You know, to wrap this all up, I know you guys have a lot of other meetings to go to today. It's been a very hectic time here at GM in Detroit, but this will cost us a lot of money. It already has cost us lots of money, $4 billion. But in the end, if we do this right, it's going to make us even more money. It's going to put us on top. We might even surpass Volkswagen and Audi, that group there that has just Mexico and all of Europe just, you know, controlled because they own everything. But if we do this and we make our vehicles up to their level, there's no reason why we shouldn't be number one. We own some of the best car brands in the world, and we produce some of the best cars in the world right now. And we need to show people, we need to change opinions and build trust and have people know that we are a top-tier automaker. We were already bailed out in 2008 by the government because of bad business practices, and we cannot have that happen again. So with all your guys' help, I think we can return to having GM not only be the #1 car company in America, but the #1 in the world.
Right.